Alright boys, man, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're going to be breaking down the 5 factors of discipline. This is just basically a breakdown of discipline. I don't want to do too much talking. I just want to get straight into it. So number 1, we're just going to talk about what discipline can do, alright? Because I got that as number 1 on my paper. What can discipline do? Discipline could take you long ways. Discipline helps you doing the work whether you feel like it or not. That's what discipline do. And we're gonna talk about discipline versus motivation, all right? Because when you're motivated to do something, okay, motivation is just like, it's temporarily, you know what I'm saying? It's temporary. You're motivated temporarily just for that moment in time or for a couple of days. Discipline, you don't need to be motivated to do what you have to do. You're gonna do it regardless anyway, no matter how you feel, okay? I just want to tell you that straight up about discipline. That's why I have to say discipline is going to take you a lot further than motivation can. Discipline is just, it's really important and it can take you long ways. But I will say this, I believe that you need motivation at the beginning to, you know what I'm saying, for your goals. You need that motivation at the beginning for your goals. And then you got to start building your discipline, basically, so you can keep going. I hope you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I just want to tell you things I learned about discipline and my personal experiences with discipline. Number 2 that we got on our paper, we need to talk about building discipline, right? Because we have to build that discipline in ourselves, right? Because discipline can be built, y'all. And what I mean by this is, for example, let's say if you was working out 6 days a week, right? You're working out 6 days a week. You're building muscle, right? You're consistently building muscle because you continuously working out. You're getting that protein in. You're eating your diet right. You have no choice but to build muscle inside of your body, right? So it's the same with discipline. Discipline can be built in, you know what I'm saying? And I built mine over time, but I still feel like I could go way harder. Let me tell you about let me tell you about this one experience I have, because that's number 3 on this paper. We're going to talk about this one experience. I remember like a year ago, maybe back in like 2021, right? I was listening to YouTubers talk about discipline. It was actually this guy named Hamza, right? So he over here talking about discipline, how it must be built within. You got to start off doing something small, as in like something like making your bed in the morning. It starts off there, and then you continuously do it. You continuously do more and more discipline stuff. So you make your bed, right? That's just something little. But over time, you keep doing keep doing stuff that you don't feel like doing. Whatever the pain is at is what you actually probably need to be doing. And that right there, that's where the discipline is just going to start being built. That right there, when you're doing something that you more so you don't want to do, that's where the discipline comes from, actually, right there. That's a good example. So I need to talk about my experience when I was listening to about discipline while I was in school. I played all day in my headphones because I had no friends or nothing. So I just played in my ears and shit. You feel me? But I played it. I kept doing stuff I didn't feel like, and guess what? I noticed the things that I didn't want to do. It started getting a lot. It was easier sometimes, but sometimes not. I think things would be you get a lot more stuff done, and it'll be a lot more easier if you're more so like kind of disciplined in what you do. So I say this, I got to talk about my experience of that being built. That has to be a habit built. It's like habit, you know what I mean? It got to be built, you feel me? So I just want to tell you, I feel like I was at my highest point right there. And I feel like I could still go harder. But now a lot of people don't look at me as lazy, but they still look at me like I'm disciplined at what I do. They be like, people tell me like I'm very disciplined, which is, you know what I'm saying? It had to be built. Like, people ain't just born disciplined, bro. So if you don't have discipline right now, that's one thing I recommend you do is you have to just start doing things that you don't want to do for real. You know what I mean? I'm not saying go all hardcore at what you do, bro. You don't gotta go hardcore, bro. You could just start off with something small. You literally do not have to go hardcore at all. Just do something small, as in something like making your bed or getting up and doing 10 push-ups, bro. It starts small, but it builds up. Just like you built the weights up. You progressive overloading when you're working out. You start off working out with the small weights, but over time it gets heavier and heavier because you're building muscle. So it's the same thing with discipline. It has to be built. And I believe that kind of goes for everything. And that's why I have to rank discipline as number one, and it can take you far, you feel me? Now, we need to talk about the progress reset, y'all. This is number 4 about discipline. We need to talk about the progress reset. Because the progress can be resetted, y'all. Like, you can really reset that. And trust me, bro, I have experience with that, bro. I still fail sometimes now because this is not easy, y'all. I promise y'all this is not no easy journey whatsoever. But your progress can be resetted. If you were hypothetically working out, let's say you were working out all the time, but you fell out of working out. You started eating junk food. You started sitting on your ass more. You feel me? Sitting on your butt. I mean, like, eventually all that muscle is going to go to waste and you're just going to completely lose all the muscle. Like, let's be honest here. So same with your discipline. That can be resetted. But discipline is on another level. You do one bad thing, it adds up. You do more and more and more and more bad habits. So it could really be resetted, bro. So we want to talk, or we can use an example, like, we can use NoFap, for example. Like, I used to actually talk about this back then, but like, let's say if you choose to take cold showers, you choose to go on NoFap, you choose not to play video games, and you choose to live like, you go monk mode almost. You got this military kind of diet kind of thing. The minute you do one of those bad habits, you will start slacking and doing more and more. So avoid doing any bad habits at all. I mean, literally do none of those bad habits if that's what's just on your list. You feel me? If that's what's on your list. So whatever you don't want to do or not trying to do, don't do that, okay? Like, don't do any of the bad habits. Like, avoid junk food at all costs if that's the plan. Like, I know you can have a snack every here and there, but it's pretty hard. But like, let's say you don't want to eat no junk food while you're on a diet trying to work out. It won't be easy, but avoid it. Because the minute you start eating that junk food, you're going to start wanting more and more and more. And guess what? You're going to be tempted to eat that junk food because your body is going to crave it. Avoid eating it at all costs. I don't know, it's like a bunch of examples in one, but like, you literally have to avoid it because the minute that you give in to one of those, I promise you, bro, it's going to get worse. And you're just going to start doing more and more bad habits. You're going to start eating more junk food. You're going to start probably taking hot showers, and you're going to probably be back fapping or whatever it is. I'm just saying, whatever it is. I'm just using these as examples of whatever you don't want to do, avoid it at all costs. And y'all, I'm not perfect, but I'm just telling y'all my experiences of stuff like that I learned. I just want to talk about my life, like, on here, bro. Like, I know I got to be inspiring someone on the internet, bro. Like, straight up. So avoid trying to doing the bad habits because it could actually reset your progress and do you no good. Number 5, last one, guys. We're gonna talk about drive. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you gotta have drive to do this. Feel me? No one is coming to save you whatsoever at whatever you want. There is no influencer. I can't save you. No one could tell you anything. You can buy mentorships. You could get help from friends. There's no one coming to save you but you. You're the only one in this. You feel me? No one's going to support you. You're the only one in this right now. You got to have drive for what you do. If you don't have drive, then, I mean, like, it's bad. You got to really want this, y'all. There's no one that's coming to save you, bro. You got to want this. This have to be in you, bro. You got to want this lifestyle. You got to want it. Like, I don't care what it is. Like, I want to be a successful YouTuber. You got to want this, bro. Like, you got to literally put in the work, which is, I still struggle and it's not easy. But, like, y'all, whatever you want in life, you got to want it, bro. You got to have drive. Because if you don't have the drive, hey, it's raps. There's nothing that's saving you. It's over, y'all. So, you gotta want this lifestyle, man. You gotta want you gotta want this. I hope you really understanding me. Like, I know I keep saying it, but like, I just really need you to, like, I want you to hear me, bro. Like, you gotta definitely have the drive to do it. Because if you don't have the drive, bro, and it's not in you, you're fucked. You're never gonna get what you want, bro. So yeah, y'all. That's it. Now, this might be off topic. You might not even watch this, but the other day, I just had someone slide in my Instagram DMs. They over here talking about, am I an Andrew Tate fan or something like that? Because I was talking about my experience of not playing video games for 2 years, which blew up on YouTube. So if you haven't checked that out, please go check that out. So someone asked me, was I like an Andrew Tate fan? I could pull it up on the screen, but I'm not going to expose this person, you feel me? But I told him no, basically, because I've been making videos like this. I just private them on YouTube. But it's not even related to Andrew Tate. That's the crazy part, bro. I don't know why people compare, like, being motivated to Andrew Tate, which is, honestly, I respect him and everything. But, like, or even people at my school, they'll compare me to Andrew Tate, which is not even like that. Like, I respect them, but I'm inspired by really, like YouTubers like Gideon or Hamza and stuff. But the guy was just extremely weird, bro. Because he was talking about, I don't understand the real world or whatever. Even though, remember I told you, this channel was really all about talking about my experiences, okay? So, I know he's saying, oh, I don't understand the real world or anything. You know what's crazy? Because the guy was my same age. I was just saying, I just started to realize, like, I'm getting a little bit of hate from this. And I just thought I would, like, address it. And I'm not going to obviously keep talking about it because obviously I'm doing the right thing if I'm getting hate on. We made a video on that too. You know, if you start getting hate on, you know you're doing the right thing and stuff like that. But I just thought I'll tell y'all that, like, how someone just came in my DMs kind of like hating or whatever. But just keep doing what you're doing, bro, and keep I just want to inspire people. I don't think it's nothing wrong with inspiring the internet to do things. You might not agree with everything I say, but like I'm saying, I just want to inspire the youth. Feel me? That's all I want to do. But anyways, thank you for watching. I just want to break down discipline real quick. If you watch this to the end, I love you. I appreciate it.